we have some major updates to dive into about the Terra Luna Classic consumes now. Presently with Terra Classic we are up around 1% on the day. We are barely short of the $900 million market cap, and what comes to the title Classic consumes, we really have some extraordinary news. We most importantly have the Binance consumes. As you can see by this enormous candle on the consuming graphs, that is where getting its singed generally 8.8 billion Terra Classic. What's more, that Binance consume really brought our absolute Terra Classic consume north of 48 billion all-out channel Classic. There are normal day-to-day consume right presently is seeing around 188 million every day, and we really do investigate the top burners of channel Classic. There's sort of a fascinating pattern here that I need to call attention to. As a matter of some importance, we start several consumes that are more than 1 billion, however at that point the preliminary Classic consume rapidly drops off. Furthermore, assuming you take a gander at this, we can see that rapidly we go from many millions on these various things. For instance, all hubs dined out straight away, and afterward we wind up dropping down underneath that 100 million limit, and afterward we begin to get a few different coins like incineration, which we will return again to in a moment, and afterward a few different things that consume a great deal of drive, that land gambling club, and these various things that have consumed to a work of art, some unique validators. However, we check the limiting, it wears out. You can see that the Binance consumes in correlation 28 billion versus a portion of these different ones on the top rundown that are during the tens of millions is a horrendous distinction. Be that as it may, when we take a gander at the ongoing complete Classic consume, suppose we need to ignite this 1 trillion all-out Terra Classic, or we need to expand this typical day-to-day Taylor Classic consume north of 1 billion each and every day. That won't occur simply through Binance. Binance won't be consuming 1 billion inside Classic each and every day. What will end up making that conceivable? So we will get a great deal of these different ventures in here. These various ones we featured to consume importance measure of Fish Classic consistently. The present support incineration coin has consumed a totally crazy measure of Fish Class that approaching in at north of 80 million. All out Occupant Classic consume on only this one wallet, and they tweeted this out only a tad while prior. However, this week they do week by week Diary Classic consumes. Simply the current week's Diary Classic consume. More than 51 million turn Classic got scorched only this week, and that implies when you see this typical day-to-day consume pace of 188 million, they address generally 4% of the typical tune Classic consumes that we've been seeing, which say critical measure of Terra Classic film to consume. You can see that their complete Terra Classic consume right now across various wallets is joined up to 93 million tune Classic consumed by their task. An incineration can consume such a lot of Terra Classic in light of the fact that they have an exchange charge on each exchange of 12. What separates the 40 of that going towards terminal? Classic consumes week after week 40% towards improvement and 20% towards buyback and consume of their own digital currency. Presently assuming that incineration is really ready to keep consuming more than 50 million Terra Classic each and every week on an annualized premise, they would consume north of 2 billion. Two work of art, which would put them on the top during the Classic burners above Neurotics token for the number 3 space. Presently, since I originally covered the incineration project, they topped you practically 20x, and this moment they're sitting about a 15x from where we previously covered them. So congrats to anyone who purchased in US. Continuously do your own examination, do your own expected level of investment, ensure you understand what you're getting into. However, by and by, I accept that incineration can possibly consume crazy measures of Fish Classic, and I accept that they will ideally keep on supporting our local area and develop close by us. Furthermore, I'm truly eager to see how they manage what's in store. They may be sending off some NFT projects, a few stores that could consume more Fish Classic. So if you have any desire to become familiar with their venture, look at the connection in the description down beneath. That is the day. This is one undertaking that is consuming tens of millions of Fish Classic reliably. However, what we want to do if we truly have any desire to expand this consume rate to north of 1 billion Fish Classic each and every day, we need to get many of these ventures that will consume tens of millions of China Classic consistently. That way we can truly expand our consume rate. Furthermore, we could really see the consumes for Burrow Classic surpass 90% of the absolute stock at last. Guys, that is a big update. If you guys enjoy the content, you want to stay up to date. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.